Hey everyone, it's Scott again with mobile in 5 to 10 minutes. Today we're going to look at UITableView and custom cells that you can place inside of UITableView. Custom cells are extremely easy to implement and help when the default cell layout that are usually provided isn't just enough for your application. For instance, if you needed to have a larger display for, say, uh, an image, or you want to display something over to the right, in this instance we have a rating for whatever we're displaying in our view. Before we jump in, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel below so that we can bring you more content. And if you have any questions, please post. I would be happy to address any questions. On creating a custom table view cell for our table view, I've gone ahead and created a single view application, and I've placed into it a table view and also put the constraints already on this table view. The other thing that I've done too is we've got to display some data in it. I'm going to create a meal class. This is just a simple object with the name, image, and rating. And in our view controller, we're going to make that view controller actually our table view source. And it's going to have an array of meals, and I've pre-populated that array with some data. I've also included in some images too as well for our UITableView cells. So let's go over to our main storyboard real quick, and we're going to start creating a customizable UITableView. Let's go ahead and grab a table view cell. We'll drag and drop it there. Instead of the default 30 pixels high, we're going to make that 60. So we're going to say select that as custom 60. So now you can see our cell has resized itself. Let's go ahead and drag some objects onto there. First thing we're going to do is put an image view on there. And let's go ahead and make these 60 by 60. So we've got a nice image there. And let's go and add a label in here. Go ahead and center that there. Let's go ahead and add another label. We'll make this the rating label. That's here. There we go. Let's do some other things to it. Let's make the system font just to make it customizable a little bit. Make it just a little bit larger. And finally, let's go ahead and put a little icon next to that. Drag another image view in there. And we'll make that size 30 by 30. Get that in there. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing some constraints real quick here with, oh, didn't want to do height. Let's go ahead and undo that one. I didn't want to do that. Top space, leading space, bottom space. There we go. Let's go ahead and do this. Since we've got some images and objects that are actually over here on the right hand side, it's usually better to get these going and then do the constraint on one that's going to do the fill. So let's go ahead and set that trailing space there, and we can do a width of it, and we could do high top space there. That should be enough. And then we'll do this one as a width and height. And then we'll go ahead and do horizontal spacing there, and then also top space to container there. There we go. We're all in the blue there. So this label, we're actually going to size it just a little bit more, and we're going to do horizontal spacing there, and also horizontal spacing there. Hit it on the there. We we can do top space to container. We should be in the blue for everything. Now what we need to do is also create our derived class from UITableView cell. So let's go ahead and create a new file, new Swift file, and we'll call this meal table view cell. We created that. Let's import in UIKit class meal table view. Oh, if I could spell today. Implement the UITableView cell protocol with that, and that should be enough for that. We'll go back to our view controller right here. I'm sorry, storyboard. We'll go ahead and select our table view cell here, and we will tell it that, oh, we need to also set a reuse identifier, so we'll call that a meal cell. And we will tell this that instead of the class that we have here, that we're actually going to use a meal table view cell that we just defined. So everything is looking good. Let's go ahead and just build this real quick. Okay, now what we also have to do is we have to bind these labels and image views to our meal table view cell. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and we will do this there. We'll go ahead and select that meal cell image view, control drag over, and then we will call this the meal image view. Connected that. We've got our label here, and we will call this meal name label. Connect that, and we've got another label here, and we will call this a meal rating label. Connect that there. Okay. Since this is just going to be a static image and everything, let's go ahead and grab that image. We'll go ahead and put the star right there. So we already have that. Okay, so everything should be defined. We've got the size of it, 60, and we also have everything bound to a simple meal table view cell as well. So let's go back to our view controller and let's code this up. So we call this actually a meal cell. So we're going to dequeue that. And then we also have to downcast this too as well. So we're going to do an as and then meal table view cell. There we go. So now we have that cell, and we're going to do pretty much what we do with a basic table view. Here, this will kind of help our meal table view cell. There we go. Let's go ahead and build this real quick so that everything gets kind of set in our editor too as well. I'll go ahead and close this out too while we're working on this. So everything's built okay. So we're going to do a cell meal. So our name label is going to equal to our, and it's our text that we need to set. Is equal to, and then we're going to reuse our meals that we have, and then we'll use index path dot row. So that's the item that we want to display, and then use that meal name there to set that text, and then heading label dot text equal to self dot meals index path dot row. Actually, let's do some formatting here real quick. Let me cut this out real quick. Let's go ahead and format, and then we'll go ahead and we'll set the format to %.2f, because that is actually a double that we passed into here. And then we'll pass in our meal rating. There we go. And so, and then last we're going to hit that image view, and we're going to pass into it a new UE image, .init, the name, and then we'll go ahead and use our image name. Let's go ahead and run this. And as you can see, our custom cells come up, our image view is coming up, our pizza or spaghetti, lasagna, penne, whatever we defined in our meals. The name is getting bound there too as well, and also our rating. So I hope this helps you with creating customizable cells. Always remember that you have to define a custom UITableView cell, as we did here. Pretty much it's a simple object to do, and then you can in your view controller or your data source, go ahead and bind that to that cell. Make sure you do a downcast, and to help with the editor too as well, always define it there too as well. I hope this helps. I appreciate the time. Thanks.